Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scope Up. Today we're going to be talking about chest rigs.
Alright guys, so whether it is you think you need a chest rig or a plate carrier, there's pros and cons to both. Now with the chest rig, you may sacrifice such things as an ATAC system, but if you don't have friends, you don't have to worry about that, do you? Now there is a couple things that I consider to be non-negotiable when stepping off on mission, and I'm going to go over some of those. I see a lot of videos of guys carrying way too much stuff on their kit. Nobody's gear is going to be set up the same. Depending on your role, your job, your mission, METTC, right? Everything is going to be set up differently. Your experience level is going to dictate how you have your gear set up and how you like to run it. So I'm going to go over a couple different chest rigs and why I have them set up the way I do, and maybe get you an idea to start brainstorming on setting yours up. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so the first one here is going to be a direct actions split front chest rig. This has come to be one of my favorite chest rigs, and I'm showcasing this for you guys because I feel like this could be a valuable piece of kit. So we got an excess of pockets here, and on each side you have 2 rows of MOLLE. So I opted for a radio pouch and a canteen. Could put a Nalgene in here, but a canteen with that kidney shape fits the profile and the contours of my body best. So I opted for the canteen. This is a Nalgene see-through canteen. I like these because I feel like military canteens where you can't see inside of them freak me out. Cut one open once just to see how bad it was, and there was a cobweb kind of stuck up here in the corner. You can't see that, right? Now I had rinsed that out multiple times and I was drinking out of it, and I got bored and decided, hey, you know what, I'm going to cut it up. And cutting it open, noticed the cobweb, instantly wanted to throw up. Now with this chest rig, one, I like the suspension system. This is fully adjustable. As you see on the back, it runs through here, and then you can adjust the size that you need. It's kind of an H style harness here. With MOLLE attachments and a nice robust drag handle. I end up running some of my commo cords through here. Now I've seen dudes weave radio antennas through here. Now on the back there's nothing special. There's this stretch material that I think is on the Cry Precision pants. You can put this on a plate carrier and you can unclip this buckle and this will just stow right in here. Now the front is nice because you have a lot of big pockets here that you can either use with Velcro or you can close them up this way. I like having quick silent access to things, and I like having Velcro on the inside of pouches so I can put indicators there to signify friendly. And you can cinch those up. There is MOLLE underneath also that you can run tourniquets or multi-tools or whatever. I put my multi-tools in the pouches. Now on this side I have tubular nylon, and I have this running up and around attached to a carabiner. I think having tubular nylon on your kit is extremely important, and it's not subject to just plate carriers. Now the profile for this chest rig, I can run 8 mags if I needed to, but right now I have it set up to where I have 4 on each side and 2 in the front. That gives me almost a nice flat profile on the front, so I don't feel like I'm too bulky to go prone. Now with this chest rig, you do have the option to run an adapter. Now what this does is it spaces this out so you can lay prone. Now if you're going to be doing any kind of reconnaissance or sniper style operations, this is a valuable piece of kit to have. I'll show you how this looks. You can see, opens this area up really nicely. In here I keep dope for my rifle. And what I'll do is when I pull that out, I'll transition my map and my map kit to the front of this. With the radio, I have a TEA push to talk These aren't my favorite push-to-talks, but it works well with this kit being low pro, and it's got a nice short cable on it. So I don't have to coil up a long lead just to get to my radio. I also have attached a old Gerber. A lot of people get hell-bent on the type of metal that the knife is used out of. It's not a samurai sword. This isn't a 6-body blade or whatever it is. It's just enough to get the job done, and if I need to defend myself, it's there. All right, so this next kit is a Frankenstein of everything that I need, want, wish I had with the first split front chest rig that I just showed you guys. Now, you can get a little slicker with pouches that are already sewn in, but then you're stuck with what you got. This is a 7-panel Wetworks chest rig. I've also ran it with the Tracer Tactical. I'm playing with both to see which one I like better. To be honest, I think I like the Tracer Tactical 7-panel better, but I'm gonna give it a couple months with this configuration with the Wetworks and see how I like it. So then I have Spirit System pouches here. I have a Wiseman Company yoke system here, and these Lunar Concepts spear tubes. This makes it really easy to get in and out of the system. I'll have to fiddle with a bunch of little buckles while it's behind my back and I'm wearing things like jackets and, you know, possible plate carriers and stuff like that. So this dangler changes. I have the Spiritus on here now. I also run the Beast Combat Systems. It looks like the Pharaoh Concept mini dangler, but it's in the same profile, but with Multicam Tropic, which I like and prefer. All right, so real quick, we're gonna move into the stuff that I would not step off on mission without. What I do with these is I lock these zipper panels here because they go both ways, and I don't want this coming undone when I don't want it to. So I will fish this in like that, take it apart, and then when I don't need it, I'll run that through there, run that through there, and then that locks these up nicely. Okay, so in the pouch on the far left, I have a pair of binos, and I have a mini Nalgene. Would love to have a 32 ounce, but I have baby's first Nalgene here. This is a 16 ounce Nalgene, but it's enough to have water where it's not excessive while I'm in a hide site. I can refill this from the water on my pack and keep moving that way. I will run the retention strap through the loop on the bottle and then secure it so it's not going anywhere. In this small pouch, I have a tourniquet and my medical, and then I have cables here for hooking into helicopters. This is the medical stuff I have here. I'm not going to go into what I keep in here because that depends on your unit, your SOP, and what your medics like you to have. So in this pouch here, I keep GPS, lens cleaning cloth. I got my multi-tool in here, and some chem lights for signal. IR has the bumps, and then I know color is candy caned. And I have those retained with a Spirit Systems loop panel that Velcros in. So this is going to be a few of the things categorized as stuff that I would not step off on mission without, that being with a plate carrier or a chest rig. All right, that GPS is going to go with me on my plate carrier also. That is going to be dummy corded into the pouch. Anything with dummy cord, such as the compass and the map, is going to be looped in to the system in some way. So I have a Sunto compass. Really like these compasses. I can use it to signal. They hold pretty true. I got my map. I have this looped with Velcro here for quiet opening. Inside here, I'm going to have my protractor with my line on it so I can take measurements. Right in the rain notepad. This is going to be for taking notes. This has 100-mile-an-hour tape. This can be used to start fire. This actually burns really, really bright. And a lighter. I have a face mask. I can use this to put over a water bottle to help strain, pre-filter the water going in before it gets filtered. signal mirror, again, for signal. I can use it to camo up my face paint if need be. And then I have another map kit. So this, in conjunction with the map, go together. Inside here I have map pens. I have another Write in the Rain, and I have actual pens, Write in Rain pen and pencil. I also keep a headlamp. This one has a red filter that I can switch to white. And then I have the batteries switched up in here so that this doesn't ND in my pouch. And then I have some 550 cord. This is about 50 feet. It's enough to string up a line if I need. Alright guys, so that's all I got for you. Thanks for checking out another one of my videos. If there's anything you want to see in the future, or if you have a setup similar to this, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear how you have your setup and what the purpose of your setup is. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for leaving comments, and as always, I'll see you next time. See you.